Did I fix it? Did I fix it? Did I fix it? I fixed it. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Why are you yelling? You texted in my chat. Why are you yelling? She yelled at me after she typed in my chat that yes, I fixed it. What's the point of typing in my chat if you're gonna yell at me from another room? I don't know what happened, but somehow my microphone got taken off of my OBS, so I had to put it back on. So anyway. That's colorful. Yeah, but like, why?
You ready, Sally?
Oh my god, it's voiced. I forgot it's voiced.
Grimoire, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
Just checking.
Do you have the map?
Yeah, but it's basically blank. Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. It's really not a lot to go on. Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
Nah, this chick's got a deeper voice for sure. Murder victim, Freya Fellow, 19, died whilst painting a portrait of Flora Fellow, who's 58. Flora's Tower, she was present as she was posing for a portrait. Freya Fellow was found lying on her back with a single stab wound to the chest. Wow. No weapon was found at the scene, but the subject of Freya's unfinished painting is holding a knife. Red color on the tip of the knife is not paint. It was discovered to be blood. Wow. Sally does sound nice. See, Tingle Tower, small painting on a scrap of paper. A few notes have been written on the back. Nowadays it goes by Tingle Tower, but it's actually a pair of towers connected by a mansion at the base. Surrounded by a circular lake. The water is an unusual mix of colors. Lake is enclosed by sheer pale cliffs. They're too steep and smooth to climb. Tingle Tower is currently home to both the Fellow family and the Pointer family. Okay. Look at the
It's a just rainwater? Looks a little weird.
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune. Doot, 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 doot.
Please don't do that.
Oh, they're cute. This goes to show that I totally forget everything I've watched.
It's a stone carving. Wonder how it got cracked.
I think it's supposed to look like that. It's an egg.
It's a statue of some hideous, scaly, bipedal fish monster.
Playing a harp.
Playing a harp. Hang on a second.
Oh.
This isn't just a regular statue, is it?
Something tells me we're not gonna solve this just yet.
But I want to.
Let's come back later.
I would have loved to solve
It
that
must
right
do
now.
something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Okay, so it's gonna give me all of this stuff I can use later. That's great.
And it's full of the same weird water that was in the lake.
Any fish in there?
Not a single one. Although there is something in there.
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
I'm finding so much and I haven't even met a single soul out here.
What animal is that?
Hawk. Bear. Lizard.
Right, of course.
Obviously.
A hawk bear lizard.
Obviously.
Do you think he'll start to move if we try to go inside?
No, I think he'll just silently judge us.
Okay.
Do you think he'll start to move?
No.
Okay, I thought maybe. I thought maybe something would happen.
What?
Oh, there's an O on the floor.
Oh yeah, Tangle Tour.
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 Yeah, there's a heart engraved in the tree. I didn't know people actually did that.
PPFF.
Should we ring the doorbell?
Why would we not?
It's a nice
It's a little
tune.
melody.
It's a nice tune. Oh, so now we're just entering the place now.
Now it's a big glass tube filled with water.
There are weeds in there. And sand.
It's an aquarium?
It's an
Could be.
aquarium.
Except there's nothing living in it anymore.
Why does everything have to sound so fishy? I didn't go over here.
Let's head to the crime scene first. It's at the top of the west tower, I
No. Got myself stuck in here now. I wanted to investigate. Ah, peeping. No. Oh, look, people, finally.
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back. There's a single patch of blood, right in the middle. No real signs of a struggle.
think. That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's check the case file again.
Yeah, she did it while painting.
Let's take a look at that painting first.
No. Mika
There it
wants to
is.
investigate everything.
The unfinished portrait of Flora Fellow.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it?
Looks that way.
Freya was unable to finish the painting as she died sometime during the process. Well, she wasn't halfway done. You can tell because she's got most of the painting covered. Flora appears to be wielding a knife. Red substance on the tip was discovered to be blood.
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy. Maybe it's just because she never got to finish it.
There's something wrong with the crime scene.
I
And
love that they're
something
animated.
Really weird about the murder weapon.
They're so animated.
We didn't find a murder weapon.
Huh? Oh.
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood, but it was removed from the scene. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
No. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I'm Herm. Not me realizing I'm gonna be so confused here. What if is it this?
Flora Fellow is holding a knife tipped with blood, but it was removed from the scene.
Oh,
Nope.
nope. I'm gonna sit here for hours. No. Hi. This is gonna be what kills me.
Paintbrush is completely covered in red. That's not right.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm just trying now. Bro. Yeah.
Aurora's portrait
I
is
had to
holding a
find
knife
it.
tipped with blood because
I'm
it
just
stabbed
dumb.
Freya.
My brain cells are gone.
What?
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting? Not by the woman from the painting, but by the painting itself.
Mm-hmm. Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right. But it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here? Case closed.
It's not closed. And even if you were right, where does that leave us? A painting can't be a murder suspect.
Case closed. The painting stabbed her. God, he's an idiot. I love him.
Is that a gramophone?
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
Wait, what?
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
Place cassette tapes instead of vinyl records. Point it towards the middle of the room. Noticeable crack running through it all the way from the horn down to the tape deck. Huh.
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
Bruh. Cassette tape has a crack down the middle. Handwritten message to Freya. Okay.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
Would I... Okay. Oh god, it sounds horrendous.
It's piano music.
Recording of piano music. Plays for a short while before stopping. I'm sure this will make sense later. Okay. I'm sure that'll make sense later.
Is that an egg with bird feet?
It's also covered in gemstones. What a completely ordinary object.
Oh.
I think it's a container for something.
Those gems look like they come off.
Did I do it? Oh. I did it, but wrong. Oh wait, this is set up differently. It's angled differently. It's angled differently. I'm dumb. Yeah, I'm colorblind pretty much. But they have shapes. They have shapes. It should be okay. They're shapes. It'll be a-okay. This is this piece. Blue gem here? That's not blue, that's purple. I'm stupid. Okay, there you go. I said, where? Hello. Hello, Keffa. Next to the yellow, there's a diamond. And then a... yellow, diamond, yellow. Green star. That's in this one. And then the big one No, that's right. No, it's not. It's reversed. Stop talking about the hint, please. It's making me feel dumb. And then the other one was a star. Wait, are these not laid out the same way? Not like the shapes. I thought that they were just turned. Hold on, let me help you. You're clearly too dumb for this. Yeah, because this is the big one. So I've done the big one. This one is, whoop, this one's this. Because it's this. Oh my god. I'm dumb. This is what's gonna kill me, the first puzzle, huh? This is how I go down. I had to have gotten this one right. I got these. I got the big ones. I got the tiny one right. I got this one right, because it's this one. What's this one? Okay, this one's straight and narrow. So it's this one. Yeah, I got that right. Yeah. I think I got them all, but it's not. Okay.
No, that was it.
Nice work.
Oh, okay, it was telling me I solved it already.
Did it unlock? What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg is a clue, right?
Once unlocked, the egg can be opened. Currently empty. Yeah. Oh, she looks terrifying.
Flora... Philo?
Oh, that's majestic.
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some
Yeah,
distress.
everything's a clue if you believe hard enough.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Flora's majestic for real. What the heck?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
For now. Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
The absolute
Was
silence.
this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But at least we can say we tried. Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya?
There's just no response.
Yeah, she's acting pretty suspicious if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
Don't go silent on me too, please. Oh, that's terrible. She was just completely silent. I like their little figurines. We'll work our way down the tower. Oh man, asking her about things is
A
so
little
goofy.
hand-painted statue.
How can you tell it's hand-painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
Oh yeah, that's hand painted. A man holding a sword, hand painted, but the paint is not skillfully applied. At least he tried his best. A little blue, black, and white, but there's no red.
Nice. A real treasure chest.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it.
Yeah. No.
What's the deal with that painting on the front?
Not sure. We should check that treasure map too.
Boop. Oh, it's a location. Dude. It's right here. It's this. I3. I3 northwest? Or would it just be west?
Nothing.
Did you check the treasure map? And what about that painting on the chest itself?
Okay, so is it north?
Still locked.
I think there's a connection between the there.
I know. It's just, is there another? Oh, is it this? Is it E2 or something? Yeah, it's E2. I didn't see the birds. E2. Definitely north. That has to be north, right?
That was incorrect.
No.
The padlock has 3 different inputs: a letter, a number, and a compass direction.
Is that guy the same guy who voices the narrator in the game? I don't know.
It's just a grid reference for the map.
I'm confused. I figured it would be... Is this another it's angled differently puzzles? Is this another it's angled differently puzzles? Cause I don't get it. Am I this stupid? Is it like X marks the spot has to be one of these? I jumped straight to the puzzle that tripped you off. No. Okay, I'm gonna guess that it's turned on its side. H6 or I6, which would be what, south? Right? Gotta be south.
That was
The padlock has 3. It's just a grid reference for the map.
Please, let me in. Let me in. It's 100% correct on the picture. Okay, so it's not flipped or anything funky like that. I hate that it's waving. It makes me feel ickies. I might be thinking too hard. Because there's X marks the spot. I have the right island. On H? Or on E? Like... Because that was the first choice, was E. And I switched to H because I was like... It looks like that. Is this like what direction you're facing? Because if you're facing this way, you'd be facing west. So it would have to be H6 unless it's like I6. And it's like really dumb. But I'm pretty sure you have to be on an island, right? Because that just makes more sense. Yeah, they're right here. They're so tiny. Yeah. But I chose H6 before and it wasn't correct. Which is weird. Maybe I could try it again? Okay.
What do I win?
Not bad.
I was overthinking it. That's what happened.
What was your thoughts?
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
Oh, there's the red paint. A child with green hair, a woman with gray hair. So that's, Flora and... My mind went blank. The other one. Red and white bird. Broad-shouldered man. Which is probably the guy who's sitting down right now. Okay. It's the family. That's what it is.
It's a barometer, but it's broken.
I've never seen a barometer that wasn't broken.
Ah, the tunnel vision. Whatever. Rooting through this guy's stuff.
Fish?
Yes, it's also a lamp, for some reason.
Because that's adorable.
It's a magic lamp. Can we summon the genie?
If we get really stuck, sure.
But we could solve this in like 2 seconds flat. Let's talk to the guy.
Sir? Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Oh my god.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the
Mr.
murder.
Fellow.
I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
So, I rooted through your room, by the way.
So, what exactly do you, do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer/treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger.
It's more
if that's what
sophisticated
you're
than
asking.
that.
And, if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long.
So when did you retire?
I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the Fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is,
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help, but I wish you all the best in your investigation.
Huh?
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. Well, I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
We went silent.
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right.
Dang, she really
I
stole
heard
his
someone
thunder.
heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora too, of course. Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
Uh-huh. Okay. I'll leave him then.
It's locked.
No! Nobody's here to stop me!
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty depressed.
He's had a rough couple of days.
This is so sad. Yeah, it is my first Detective Grimoire game.
It's a
I didn't
little
even know
glass
there was
box.
others. There's others? That's so fun.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the
Vivarium.
leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
Okay, so this is just her room.
It's a little wooden box for paintbrushes.
To the casual observer, maybe.
Let's look. Let's look.
They're not real paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism.
It's a special code. Okay. Oh no. I feel like this one goes here, maybe? This is a weird one, what the heck? Hold on. It's supposed to be solving, like, murder mysteries, and now I'm putting together ciphers and stuff. They grow up so fast, I guess. I don't know. What am I doing with this? I don't know what I'm doing with this. Hold on. There's some confusing business here. Oh, this is the third. Oh man, it's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll get it in working order. And I'll get to playing all of them eventually. Hopefully.
Nothing.
Okay.
It looks like a ripped up jigsaw puzzle.
Yes, of course it does. Great job, Grimoire. See, I feel like these are supposed to go together, so like they have to be the end. Like that. I don't have all the pieces, do I? It doesn't look like I do I? Unless I'm thinking the jigsaw puzzle is much bigger than it actually is? Yeah, the jigsaw puzzle is not as big as I thought it was. There it is. Then it's...
That was incorrect.
Dang it.
Each brush has various characteristics. Height, bristle shape, paint color, handle color. The information we need is on the paper. Once it's been rearranged, I mean.
Yeah, this is rearranged, isn't it? Oh, okay. It'll look like a normal sheet of paper when I put it together. That's... But it looks correct when you put it like this. The brain is not braining. And I need it to brain. This looks exactly like it should, right? I just... Huh? Yeah, this is how it should look. Is it like height? Is it height wise? Handle. This is a green, but so is the other one. Is it that?
Still locked.
So, there's a couple of brushes with each character.
Okay. Unless it's like a numbering thing now. Or it's like backwards. That'd be funky if it was backwards. Huh. Trying to figure this out. I don't know.
That's done it.
There we go. I figured it out.
What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
We keep our love at a photograph. Photograph of two young girls. One with red hair, one with green hair. Photo has a large piece missing. Seems to have been ripped off. I think I got everything from in here.
It's an illustrated book about birds.
It's been left open. Looks like somebody was halfway through reading it.
Or
They had a page saved.
it was left open for us to find.
Ever so slightly unnerving.
His face. Bird book. The ink dip is a remarkably intelligent bird with a very long lifespan, even among avian mystids. Other birds are often aggressive towards it, and the ink dip lives most of its life alone. It has particular feeding habits and usually only eats the seeds of the Tantum amica. Oh, I can go side by side like that.
Is that a snow globe?
Of sorts.
Ooh, interesting.
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the lake and those weird mountains. What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing souvenir.
Of course, that's his first thought.
What's in those bottles?
I'm not sure.
They're
Soil
plants.
samples?
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me,
Oh no? How come?
because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis about the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could
I
you tell me
hypothesis
your name?
about the murder.
Bella, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
Nice.
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all,
That's a
you're
mood.
a fellow. So does that make you the daughter
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
of... Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro...
Biologist.
something or other?
Microbiologist. But it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing.
Bro, I need these. I
What
need
can you
these.
tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes. However, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Most animals can't
Oh, I'm
see
sorry to hear
short attitude.
What?
Hey!
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh.
She's into microbiology.
Good.
I'm not into microbiology. I'm into
I was in my room. The lights
zoology
were off and the
and
door was
marine
locked.
biology.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
Oh my god!
She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower.
Your
We left the room, and
microbiology.
Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished
What you
painting.
yell at me for?
Poppy
Well,
and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
You know, she's got a point.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
Teddy bear.
A new suspect! Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
I'm innocent, I promise.
Save it for the judge.
I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
That's even worse.
It's a magnifying glass. A big one.
How come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective?
Yes.
Should I start smoking a pipe too?
Yes.
You couldn't pull off a pipe.
Oh. Yeah, I instantly got
What's
that.
that big book on the desk?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiments.
Yo, I'd like to read it though.
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
What?
Is Fifi trying to solve the mystery with math equations?
Maybe. Did you ever try that? Maybe it works.
Okay. What is all these? What if I click on
Who's
these
that?
people?
Not sure.
Who's that?
Not sure.
Okay, so it's gonna be on people we know.
That's gotta be Flora. I think that's supposed to be Felix. And that's you, Sally.
What? I do not look like that, do I?
The silence.
Is that supposed to be me? Why do I look so angry?
That's just the face you make when you're thinking. Does make you wonder, though. When did Fifi draw all this?
Yeah, wait. How does she have both of them? Okay.
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself. It looks like a microscope. A big one.
Can I touch it?
Yes. Yes.
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
What? Oh. Positioning things. Oh, that is... This is wonky. Are they all supposed to be the same size? This is weird. This is some shenanigan stuff right here. Oh, I'm matching the key. Right?
I guess that's wrong.
The 4 lenses all have different mags, so they must each have a specific position along the rail.
Okay. Okay, looks like that makes sense. What about that?
Oh, that was it.
Yeah!
Nice work. Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box. There's a book in here.
We got a diary.
A pretty ornate window with a great view of the lake.
We're supposed to be looking for clues, not assessing the real estate value.
And over here, you'll see the owners use sheets of paper to block out all that unnecessary natural light. A simple trick, but it really transforms the space.
My god. I love them. I'll get to this one soon.
Are they paper lanterns?
Whatever they are, I like them.
I like
It's like
them
a
too.
little parade of floating spirits.
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Oh, there's an ad that's gonna start in like a minute here.
While it is the music room, he's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
Shiny statue of a strange creature holding in a large horn. Noticeable crack. There's okay.
There's a faded mural on the wall.
When I was a kid, I never knew the difference between a mural and a mosaic.
You still don't know, do you?
No.
Oh my god.
Who plays the violin, I wonder?
It's pretty dusty, so I'm guessing nobody.
Oh, wait for the ad to finish before I talk to I'm assuming this is Poppy. I'm just gonna keep looking around the room.
1 old wooden bookcase.
Yep.
25 dry old books.
Mm-hmm.
4 lit candles.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
Yeah, I see the problem. No! What the hey? Cease! Goodness.
Sheet music. It's handwritten.
That's a lot of notes. Looks pretty difficult.
Probably why they're on the floor.
No, no violence. No violence.
Alright, you got your wish.
Spooky murder mansion?
Spooky murder mansion.
Yeah, spooky murder mansion. The ads are starting, so I'm gonna just sit back for a second. My light just brightened up. It freaking flashed me. My light just flashed me so bad. We'll just listen to Poppy sing and doing stuff. I like the vibes in this room. I would stay in this room, honestly. Screw it being like the music library type room. It's my room now. Oh, something just popped up on my screen. All this stuff is popping up on my screen right now. What is happening? Okay. The soundtrack is fantastic. I love the soundtrack. Posture? Why would you do this? I don't need to check my posture. Yeah, I do. Sounds lovely. The ad should be ending in like a minute here, and then I can get back to doing the thing. I have hair in my eye. I didn't get my clips on today, so my hair is just wild. Not me just sitting here taking a minute to listen to the sound from the piano. I love piano. The fact that she's animated too is nice. She's not just, you know, a still. Alrighty, the ad has ended. Now I can get back into it. Oh!
Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude! Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah,
That makes you a suspect. I'm
Ah.
I know.
what's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer. And a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice.
Yeah, playing piano is so hard.
I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tango Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just,
The face
if
he
you're
makes.
19,
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi, things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
That's fair.
3.5 hours of piano practice, soon as I wake up.
Crazy.
Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
and you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room.
That's
When
fair.
I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door
I
locked
like
every
her
way.
little
So I went back
arm
upstairs
gloves.
and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
You don't have to
Fitz
talk
and
to
I
each
were
other,
up in
you
the
know?
moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door.
That's fair.
I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
She seems upset. What if I ask her about people? Oh my god, I can
Lips, a
ask
silver
people.
spoon, a story written all
Oh my
too
god,
soon.
I didn't
The
realize
chosen
that.
dwelling of her heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze.
True poetry, honestly. Oh, and they check them off. I have to go talk to everyone
Forgone
again.
drifter, holding fast, days a shadow seeker past. Is it bravery or surrender, accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom some four walls make round a room? Needless noise from tongues expel, unless within the mouth they dwell. The
Yeah.
spoken word, unfit for
That's a
dealing
lot.
with a shifting form of feeling.
I may not do
Stand
that,
a blinking
actually.
in the face of
Except
past
Flora, for
and
obvious
soundless
reasons.
space.
Yeah, this might be a lot to be
All
asking
right.
for.
Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
Let's go.
It's a metronome for keeping time.
I wanna look.
It's ticking. Is it a bomb?
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
Huh? Oh, it's this type of thing, isn't it? Like that? I tried.
There we go.
There it is. I keep forgetting I have to hit that in the corner because I keep thinking that's just a help button.
What happened?
Little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. It's a photograph. Heart of a photograph.
It's the other part of the photograph. So Fifi, Freya. This was her? Crazy.
There's something
That's
about
Poppy.
that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
Here it is.
Does this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style, is it?
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody?
Hmm.
This is mine.
Really?
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya about a year ago.
What was on it?
Nothing. It was blank. Freya said she wanted to record something.
Any idea how it ended up underwater?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really lazy.
that does sound like it. I think I know what I need to do.
I don't know what that is.
Weird, considering we found it hidden in your room.
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean
Me
like...
too, Sally.
Please stop talking to me.
This is a photo of Fifi.
I'll
and Freya,
ask about
right?
this because it's obvious.
Yeah,
How come you're not in it? You're friends with them too, aren't you?
I'm not really one for photographs.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable.
Okay. I'm going this way.
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it off.
Is that a clock?
If it is, it's a clock with 4 faces.
Oh.
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
In the correct positions. Huh? Oh, are they supposed to be like up? Oh, this is wonky. Oh, this is weird. Did I do it?
No.
So moving any of the hands turns the adjacent hands in the opposite direction. It's like cogs on a machine.
Okay, so what is wait, are these times like 6? It's like 6, 12. That's a 3. And this is nighttime, so like a 9? Yeah, it looks like a 9. Okay, that's weird. Okay. So I have to do it until I can get this stuff. This is weird. Hold on, let me reset them. Let me reset them. Okay. See, but I can't. I keep getting all of them except for this one.
I guess that's wrong.
Did you work out what direction each hand needs to be facing?
No.
Each one ends with a little hoop. Try looking through the hoop and ignoring the rest.
Huh? But that's what I did. Unless this is... Is this a 9? Is this a 9 and this is like a different number? Is that what I'm doing wrong? But anytime I do it, it goes to that position. That's weird. Okay.
Reset the puzzle? Just gonna rest my brain.
Just gonna rest my brain. Let's just... I'll get back to it. Just...
Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
Somebody's
I'm
snipping.
Sally, and this is my sidekick, Grimoire.
Private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
Oh my god.
It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that.
Huh.
Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so?
Yeah. Oh, she didn't even
As
answer.
it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled, that much was clear, but sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
Huh. Aha, I can scoot over. Bug.
That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers.
This one's in a little pot.
Okay, that is definitely not edible.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
Potted fruit with a hard gemstone-like skin, so its pot is unnatural blue. That's weird. Oh god, I just saw him. He's right here. I'm just
A
gonna...
little chart of, actually I have no idea what it's about. Kinda reminds me of a periodic table. Kinda reminds me of a
Okay,
periodic
just-
table.
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
Hello. Oh, he glows.
Don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
The fact he's hiding
Fitzfellow.
behind her.
The gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
Oh my god, Sally. You can't just ask people why they're tall.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal with the plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Oh.
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
A slightly stupid person.
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes.
Alteration? Like mutation?
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
Oh no, man.
I was in my
You
greenhouse,
sound knowledgeable about
watering.
it.
And weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
He just thinks about it. You don't even
I
answer,
was up in the
man.
rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human. We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Huh. Interesting. What if I bring up
This
this?
is a good example of how things work. I mix that soil here in the greenhouse. It's made with water from the lake.
And it makes the fruit grow all shiny and gemstony?
Sometimes. You never really know what's going to happen.
And what do you do
God,
with
that
the
makes it so
shiny apple
interesting.
fruit?
You look at it.
That's fair. But that sounds so interesting to like plant
Fitz's room is
something.
unlocked.
This could be interesting.
Like to plant something and never know what you're gonna get out of it sounds so interesting to me. Oh, his room is so basic.
It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front. Inside it says, "To Fitz, from PP."
That poor plant.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy, but sad. I think it would rather be outside.
That's true, that's true.
An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hello.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Accidentally grows a bomb. No.
Doesn't need to be. It's locked.
Yee.
It's a combination. Sort of.
It's a combination of sorts. This is such a weird one. What the heck? Like that, and then there. Am I supposed to be making multiple things out of this? Huh, okay. there's a green one. I see a fat leaf in here too. Like that.
Nothing.
Maybe if you move the paper.
Okay, so if I rearrange the pieces a certain way, I should be able to get it. Oh, they all have very specific leaf shapes. Okay. This one's gonna take a second. What is it? Is it supposed to be like that, or is it... Maybe it's that one. And then the arrow.
Still locked.
I think the lines drawn on the paper correspond with the shape.
Okay, so I've seen this one, I saw this one, I saw this one. This one I guessed, so... Maybe it's actually that one? Because it's... No, because it's not pointing on the bottom. This one's weird. Okay, so we did this one. See, this one's just a round piece. But that's this, right? And so what was that other one I got? The first one that I made. It was this piece, which correlated with this. But then... Huh? Oh, my brain, please. Please, brain. Like that. And then this piece would come in, I have to scooch it. See, this is where I got that from now. Wait. Which means it's still that one, right?
There we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm like, I can't figure it out. I'm dumb, please.
Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
Oh. An ornate trowel. Okay.
It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Oh, correct slot.
Nothing.
The tiles have all got that same sun symbol on them.
Those moon symbols in the slot.
Maybe they're connected, but also not connected.
The look he gave her, like, what? Weird.
Nope.
Maybe the information we need isn't here.
So where is it?
Somewhere else.
Obviously. Okay.
Let's come back once we...
Know what to do, yeah. Makes sense. I want to go here. I know that there's still stuff I have to talk to Poppy about, but... Is she a bird lady? Look at these
I feel like I'm
birds.
standing in a giant bird cage.
Check out that butterfly.
Looks evil.
Judgmental.
Looks evil.
And especially fancy cage.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
Very fancy.
My little writing desk. It's kind of cute.
There's nothing written in the book, although someone's torn a page out of the middle.
Oh.
I don't like mirrors. They steal your soul.
How do you get your hair so symmetrical without using a mirror?
I do it by weight. I can feel if one side is heavier than the other.
Fun fact, you actually can do that. You can figure that out. You just have to know.
Oh, just beautiful. What is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Her hair?
Your hair, dear!
Okay.
Which shade do you use? It's lovely. And that shape. You're really pushing the envelope.
Oh, thanks. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Homie, you got red
Oh,
hair.
You're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer, pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it. Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
20-something, Aquarius, love to travel, and nearly all of my friends are birds.
Travel? Where to?
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And have you studied
Ornithology
the
is kind of
Tangle
cool.
Tower?
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love of the field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him! Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who are you talking about?
Fitz.
Oh,
Fitz.
don't you know?
Fitz.
My
Fitz.
fiancé, dear Fitz.
Let's go!
He's not
She
really
calls
a
it Brown. The
traveling
concept art you unlock after the game
Fitz
says they made
fellow.
Brown slowly
The
using
very
pink.
one.
Really? That's so
You're
interesting.
engaged to a member
Actually,
of
I could
the
kind of
family?
see it. The pinks a
That's
little bit.
interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our two families. Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
That's fair.
I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there. Crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day. Watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him?
Mulching.
With the work in the greenhouse?
Oh, no.
Mulching's
no.
insane.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Mulching's a
Probably break
pain.
something.
I'd probably
So,
break something.
You
Me
stayed
too.
with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
Obviously.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
He calls it mulching, but I know he's
Officially
having an affair
four.
with the
In
garden.
truth, it's more like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course. And they often do. But I think they just like the company. As do I.
Oh. That sounds depressing.
Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down, but the grand hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was loitering over by the library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too. I told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
I do like
Uncle
Fitz and
Pointer
Penny.
was there. Fitz, too. Standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Okay. That was your thing. Wow, you look disgusted.
Oh, did Fitz show you that?
Not exactly.
We found it hidden under his bed.
Ah, right.
Ah, right.
Somebody taking an interest in extinct animals.
Extinct.
Oh, yes. The book is very old. Most of the birds in it are long gone.
Well, what about this bird, though? The ink dip.
This one, well, it was thought to be extinct for a long time. Then one was found here at Tangle Tower.
So it's not extinct.
You misunderstand. It was the last one. The very
And it died.
last.
Oh.
And it died. So, what about this?
Gaudy old thing, isn't it? Flora seems very fond of it. I've never understood why. But then I could say the same thing about her husband.
Heyo!
Heyo! Freaking heyo! I'm done.
We can get into Penny's room now.
Now, like, right now?
Yes. Heyo! You ate it? I can't believe it, Dill. How could you eat it? The ink tip. How could
It's
you
a
eat it?
birdhouse.
Are those real birds?
No, it's a puzzle.
Nope. They're wooden.
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird wanted to use it?
Yeah. Oh, this is an interesting one. They all make noises. We love the eccentric bird mom. Okay, the question is, what is the position we're trying to get?
Nope. There must be some logic to how the birds are arranged. Something to do with those white lines.
Yeah, it's a family tree. But it's just, I don't know the positioning for each bird. Well, I know these have to go together. That makes sense. Maybe?
Nothing.
I think the birds are related to each other.
Maybe it's swapping these two.
I got it.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Did the door open? What's in there?
I love how I got that one better because it's like genetics. Now I'll get her. Ripped piece of paper, crumpled into a ball. Red flower petals were found inside. Message is angrily scrawled onto the paper. Now I'll get her. That's not ominous at all.
That's some flower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
We'll ask Fitz about this. Brightly colored flower with an unusual shape. Very healthy and well looked after. Okay.
A little tea set. Looks recently used.
One of the cups has tea in it.
What's in the other one?
Birdseed.
That's a big window.
So she has...
Looks like
Tea with the
nature
birds.
invited itself in. Rude.
Nature has invited itself in. Rude. Okay, we'll go talk to Poppy again, because what else am I talking to her about? Suspicion.
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
She's
Why
like,
are we
bro.
even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
That's fair.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
It's the old photo. Yeah, it's this one.
Let's take a closer look at this. The pink cassette
Boom.
tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
Are we gonna combine the photo? Boom.
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up? And then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward. Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
We're solving murders. We're solving murders. I know we have one more room to investigate.
It's too cloudy to see any stars right now.
It's also daytime.
It's just like daytime.
It's tidier than my desk. The notebook is untouched. It's completely blank.
So, even the most well-used notebooks start off blank. You know, I've always wanted one of those.
A mechanical solar system? What would you do with it?
I
Look
would
at it.
look at it.
Like you legit look at it.
Wait a
Ooh.
minute, nothing in the middle. Sun on the outside. How old is this thing?
Yeah, this is based off of. Huh? Oh, this is weird. Oh, this is weird. Okay. I don't know how I'd figure this one out. Is it supposed to make like a symbol or something? What? Weird. Okay.
I'll do this later.
I'll do this later.
The bell jar. It's empty.
What do people normally keep in bell jars?
Other than bells, you mean?
You know, that's a fair question, though.
Pretty.
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmos.
Wow, he doesn't know his gizmos from his
Listen.
trinkets.
Do you hear them? The stars. They're whispering. So
Oh,
quiet.
that's his hair. That's
and
weird.
Yet so loud.
What are they whispering about? Are they spreading rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of dust, you and I.
Mm-hmm. Could this speck of dust start by telling me his name?
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
Seems like this tower belongs to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the Fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality, as it happens. Meaningless boundaries, really. They exist only in our minds.
Helpful.
Super helpful,
Me?
dude.
Not much to say. Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family. And of course, father to my precious Poppy.
And a professional astronomer?
Oh no, that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a little hobby.
Sounds like you're quite well known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return, nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the Cosmos I say hi.
Homie's living the life of a starving artist, but he's a scientist.
The day began as any other, with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course. I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
I can't say. I've been known to lose hours at my
50-year-old astrology girl.
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing. But a curious tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening.
What led you
I was
there?
at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
Same as ever then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also.
I did your hydrate. Don't you
Penelope
worry.
with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that.
Okay. Suspicious. Okay. Well, if there's anything about
That's
stars.
all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
Okay. No, wait. I wanted to do the puzzle.
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we
Okay.
heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs.
I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began
I
shouting at me.
ignored it.
Eventually, she let me in.
Homie
I
is
spotted
just straight up.
Detective
I
Hawkshaw
ignored
coming out
it.
of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me.
I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer. will, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly
Okay.
decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective
I've got a
Hawkshaw
crazy
anything.
puppy.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Oh my gosh, I've got the yawns.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
Yeah, that's a little weird. Model car. Oh my god, these are cute. I love the question mark. Yeah, he was loud. So, where should I go? I think I'll just come over here real quick, see if I can figure that thing out now.
I'm still not sure about this thing.
Should we take another look?
Yeah, it's got... Huh. Yeah, that's
Let's
weird.
come back later.
That's a weird puzzle. I feel like that's an endgame puzzle. I know there was another one. I know there's a bunch of puzzles I haven't solved. I just need to find them. Again.
Is that an envelope?
It's been opened, but the letter's still in there.
I didn't
Let's read
see
it.
that.
Isn't that
Let's
an
read it.
invasion of someone's privacy?
No,
No.
definitely.
No, definitely. No, it's fine. It's been ripped open, a single piece of paper inside. Combinations drawn on the other sheet. Once you have it memorized, destroy it. I do not agree with your reasons. You will not find it down there. Strange. Okay. Like in a basement? Is there a basement?
Is that a clock?
If it is,
This one, this freaking puzzle. See, if I have it positioned like that, it works.
I got it.
I'm impressed.
Okay. I had to work that real
What's
quick.
in the box?
A little tool thing? Looks like a telescope, but I'm not actually sure what it is.
Huh. Small lens. Small brass tool with a curved glass lens. It has a screw at the base. Okay. That's nice.
It's a big stone dais.
That's
Biggest
not what
one
I
I've
meant.
ever seen.
That's not what I meant
First
to
one,
hit. I meant to hit her. Jeez. Okay, there's nothing to really... I love that she's covered in paint, like head to toe. God, you're terrifying.
Is that fruit? It's shaped like fruit.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
No. The fact that his eyes glow, that's crazy.
This is yours, Vince?
Yeah,
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
That means he doesn't use it.
A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to.
But Penny's your fiance. What about this?
Penelope's 3 favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they, like, her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have
Hit a woman,
names.
huh?
Penelope
Huh?
loves to name things.
Oh, no wait, no wait. I just thought about
I do
it.
not.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Man. He must have out of context. It's horrible. Maybe I'll go to him. I meant to hit her. Huh? That's a huh moment right there.
I've been carving for a couple of years now. I was hopeless
That
when I
oof.
started, but it didn't take me long to master it, as you can see.
Do you make them yourself too?
I do indeed. Freya kindly taught me the basics. Nowadays, I can make just about anything I can imagine. Of course, this particular model is a self-portrait based on hard fact.
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword, Felix?
Of course, I own a great many. But my weapons are stored well away from Tangle Tower.
That's so funny. Oh, there's an ad that's gonna start in another minute here.
All that. Now you found it. What do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches.
I'm
a bit.
gonna pause this. Hold on. I'll be right back. I went to the wrong thing. Okay.
It turned out all right, though.
What's it supposed to be?
It's Flora.
I had
of
to
course,
refill my drink and everything.
surrounded by all her favorite people.
And a burb.
Rather ugly, isn't it, as far as statues go? Years of wind and rain have not been kind to it either.
Do you know what it is? The creature, I mean.
It's connected to the Remington family history in some way, but I can't recall.
Okay. That's all I want to know from you, buddy. What if we go to the silent woman who's staring off? Hello.
Anything we should know? Any hobbies? Besides staring out the window?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Were you close with Freya? How are you two related?
Okay, so we're gonna keep her completely silent.
Did you kill Freya?
Grimoire.
I don't even think she's listening.
Oh, she's listening.
I love that. So did you kill her? Huh?
Did you ask Freya to paint this? Or was it her idea?
What is that you're holding in the painting, Flora? Some people have been saying it's a knife.
Okay. Okay. So there's nothing really from her. I should have expected that, but we're gonna go talk to you about your diary though. Because I know. I love those hobbies, staring out the window. Staring out the window is the best hobby in the world. Trust me, 10 out of 10.
This photograph is my favorite photograph.
So, why'd you rip it in half?
That was not me. Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
Who is that in the photo?
I'm quite sure that I have no idea.
Okay, okay.
A book. My book.
And what's in it?
Pages.
I love her laugh. I love that. What's in it? Pages. In other words, none of your business.
Who is this her to whom the message refers?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Then how
I
can
would never do it,
meaningfully
but I could punt
evaluate
Fifi.
this object?
I could punt Fifi.
It is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. and the little red and white creature.
Why would my father make a model of Freya?
Weird.
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No, I don't think so.
Who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh yes, it has a telescopic lens. It can only be used for looking at things that are far away.
That's why I came to her. She's such a nerd.
Curious.
I felt like she'd have so much information.
A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although, now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint.
The red paint's right here with the rest of it.
There's something about that diary we found in Fifi's room. Something
Suspicious.
Let's ask her about
Wow, I can't believe you. I already asked her. Oh, the
Is this
suspicion.
your diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Why is it locked up like that?
You seriously require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary, is favored in particular by girls between the ages of 10
So, there are secrets written in here?
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
It's Fifi's diary, and she has written in it.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
It's not a
It's
diary.
not a diary at all.
I'm not sure about that.
No? Okay.
Me neither.
Dang.
This particular
Guess it's
diary
someone else's.
is
It
unused.
doesn't look unused.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
somebody else's diary.
Thought this
How did
whole
you arrive at that
bookworm
conclusion?
loser
It is
viewed
kept in
out.
my bedroom. It is mine.
We need a clue to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the original owner was.
Do. Okay. I don't know. Sure.
That's not it.
Okay, how to make sure.
That's not it.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's this damaged tape.
That's not it.
Okay, just wanna make sure. Is it the... It can't be that. I don't think I have anything for this right now, right? I can't get out of it though, so I have to. I have to have something.
That's not it.
Okay. I'm gonna be lost right here.
We need a clue that's got a connection to this one.
Okay, cool. So what's... Oh, I see it.
Let's take a closer look at this. This blue book is the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
I'm smart.
You were hiding Freya's diary in your room, and you kept it locked, too.
Why would I do either of these things?
Fifi didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but if you're trying to hide something...
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did her own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
Innocence?
Might be easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
Very well. I will open it. However, as you read it, please remember, Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
Yeah, that makes it sound like it's gonna be worse.
The diary.
Makes it sound like it's gonna be terrible.
Finally. What's in there?
Back in the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should rip up that painting. So barrel works, impressive little things. I have 2 now. Need 2 more. On my way into the middle, surprisingly simple compared to the harp. I saw them, all 5. Eyes blacked out. By everything, I still have a promise to keep. I'll do my best. She could do a look up. What? Huh? Yeah, made it sound like Freya just ran over a ton of ducks or something. Be aware that she was great. What did she do? Kill a bunch of puppies? Oh my god.
What's this?
It looks like it might be a telescope. Thought you might know something about it.
Well, it certainly is a telescope. It has a part there to screw onto a tripod, you see. It's rather small, though. I'm not sure you could see many stars with it.
No, probably not.
Huh.
Well now, that is most definitely none of my business. Quite possibly none of yours either.
You know, I've always
Hey.
I would look at.
I still don't know what this is about. It may not be any of your business either, he says to the detectives. I don't understand this one. Wait, are they supposed to be... like... Are they supposed to, like, position in a certain direction?
Nothing.
So there are 2 ways to move the shadows. Rotate the planets, and rotate the sun and moon.
Because I don't think they're supposed to be... I feel like that's correct, but I don't know. Maybe they're all supposed to be in different pathways? I don't know. Honestly, with this one I'm a little stumped. Like the others I figure it out eventually, but this one, I don't know. Because I feel like they're supposed to be there in a certain way, but I don't get it.
I guess that's wrong.
I think you just need to get the shadows to line up with the shape on the base.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense, God. Now I feel dumb for doing this. Now I feel a little silly. You know what I'm saying? I feel a little silly. So if I do that... Hold on, let me reset it. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to have them both this direction? No, this direction. So I can figure it out slowly. Hold on. I need to bring them all in one direction. I keep thinking the earth can move, and it can't. feel like these longer ones go down here. It's just... There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. See, there needs to be... There it is.
I got it.
I'm impressed.
Oh my god. Of course it has to do with shadows, and I'm
Did
just
you hear that?
terrible.
Something unlocked.
There's a little hatch underneath? What's in there?
A bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research.
Bugs. Golden beetle. Okay. So who do we ask for bugs? Fifi. Fifi again. It's Fifi, because Fifi's a microbiologist and whatnot, so surely she knows about bugs. Right? Unless I'm just kind of dumb.
Now this is interesting.
Yeah!
Where did you find it?
In the astronomy tower.
And yet, it does not concern the field of astronomy.
Nope.
In fact, you could even say that entomology is the exact opposite of astronomy.
Yeah.
You know who
You
else
could.
might know?
I would not say that, however.
Penelope.
Oh. You wouldn't?
No,
No.
it would be quite naive. To study science in any field is to study the connections between all matter in the universe, living or inanimate.
Wow. Listen here. You think he might know? Maybe Fitz will know. Hey there, my giant scary friend. You and your glowing eyes.
I've seen beetles with brightly colored shells, metallic shells even. They're relatively common, especially around here. There's a difference between that and actual gold.
It can't be actual gold. Gold is just inside the earth or whatever. You can't make it. That's called alchemy. It was a whole thing.
he looks so done.
It's of no interest to me, but I overheard Poppy and Freya talking about it once.
What were they saying?
They were arguing about something, but I can't remember the details.
Alright, Poppy. We'll go talk to you now, because I want to solve this harp. My god.
What do you make of the statue?
I know that's the only harp in the whole of Tangle Tower. I've never actually seen a real one.
Maybe it's from before your time.
Oh, definitely. You see how old this statue is?
What about the symbols? One of them looks like piano keys.
Yeah. Weird.
What do you mean, yeah, weird?
Don't look at me. I didn't break it.
Does anybody else use the music room?
Yes. I don't know who, but I can tell when somebody else has touched the piano.
Huh.
Those pedals,
What about them?
it's nothing. They're just unusual.
Oh.
You get some weird insects around here, but I've never seen one like that.
I'm not sure anyone has.
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles in a box in her room.
Why?
For fun, obviously. Don't you think that's weird? That the letter isn't addressed to anyone? Or signed by anyone?
Someone's being deliberately secretive.
Or they're trying to manipulate you?
Dang, she really hit me with that.
Was that Fifi's diary? I'm sure I've seen it in her room before.
That's where we found it.
Have you ever read it? Do you know what's written in there?
Nope. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me invading her privacy.
I thought you and Fifi were close friends.
Yeah, we are. It's just Fifi's gotten kinda impatient with me recently.
Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she'd tell you if you asked.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight. Probably why I've been avoiding it.
Ah. You're just avoiding it. Maybe don't do that. We're just going back. Whoop, touching the piano right now. Yeah. Let's touch her piano. Look, we're at the bird lady again.
I'm
sure I've read about this creature somewhere. Don't remember anything about him playing the harp, though. Haven't seen this one in a while. He lives in the music room, doesn't he?
Currently.
Not a fan of insects myself. Whose research is this?
We were hoping you might know.
No, can't say I... Rhea, perhaps. I know she was always very fond of grubby little things like this.
Noted.
That's, rather strange now, isn't it?
We found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business.
Hmm.
Hello. Who penned this juicy little number?
We don't know. It's not signed.
An anonymous letter? Classic clue.
She is so saucy about it.
I must say the girls are
Jeez.
awfully well behaved today. I think they know we're in the presence of company.
They belong to you. Why do you keep them in a cage?
They need a special diet, particular treatment. I let them out to fly occasionally, of course. But they're all one of a kind. I couldn't let anything happen to them.
Do they have names?
Of course. Let me introduce you to Tabitha, Tamara, and Tatiana.
I've already forgotten all three of those names.
Which one is which?
Oh, that's simple. Tatiana is the oldest, Tabitha is the most patient, and Tamara has the best sense of rhythm.
Glad we cleared that up.
What about the one on your head?
On my head? It's just my hat. It doesn't have a name. Who would name their hat?
What? I'm sorry, wait. That's just your hat? Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. We'll go with that. Actually, most knowledgeable person here. I still can't get over the. He's just my hat.
Have you deciphered the meaning of those 4 symbols on the harp?
We're working on it.
That's a no, then.
Wow, you suck.
Where did you find this?
Do you have any theories about where this might have been?
Or who might have had it?
I have several theories, but they are my theories, and I'm not going to share them.
Okay.
These people really are ridiculous, aren't they? Conveniently left anonymous. It's useless until you can prove to whom it concerns. Can you do that?
No.
No.
Why is he so aggressive?
You got it open. I'm impressed. I managed it myself yesterday. I thought Flora might be hiding something in there.
It was empty yesterday, too.
It was. Perhaps it's always been empty.
Is she from the Inquisition? Yo, I mean, looking at her, mayhaps.
A book from the library. One of hundreds, no doubt.
Yeah, Mom said it's
What makes
my
this one
turn with the
special?
theory.
It's about birds.
Yes. I see that.
It's my turn with the theories, Hawkshaw. Come on.
A diary. Have you read it?
Not yet. It's locked.
And you haven't attempted to force it open?
That would be cheating.
No, he's got a point. he's got a point.
Where'd you dig that up?
It wasn't buried. It was underwater.
Someone trying to conceal evidence, perhaps? Some breed of amphibious humanoid. Potentially bipedal. Although none of the statues show the creature's feet.
I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know. Okay. You're not very helpful, ma'am. I don't know. Now I'm lost. I know I haven't done this yet, because I can't... Is there a way to get in through this side?
A big glass door. The leads out into a garden. Somehow.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
Oh. I know the puzzle now.
Nothing.
All
Still,
four
those
times.
other symbols look like suns.
I
Surely.
think it is.
But in an abstract way, yeah. So I have to go back and forth. Okay, so I think the moons were set up like this.
I guess we'll come back later.
And then on this is a terrible way to get into the garden every day.
It's locked.
I thought
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Okay. And then it was, I think,
Nothing.
The tiles have all
Those
gone. Maybe they're connected.
where is the final one? I can't remember.
Let's come back once we...
I have to go back and forth.
A big glass door.
There's a little mechanism.
Or is it the opposite direction?
Something happened.
That must be it. And the door's...
I still feel like we made some sort of... Didn't we?
Okay.
We did. But
Okay, so these stay like this. So it's sun, 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 sun. Okay. Okay, okay. They must leave this stuff unlocked like all the time, because otherwise this is a nightmare.
It's locked.
I thought
we are.
What's that thing by the...
This would be a nightmare constantly.
It made a noise.
It made a noise.
I guess that was right. Finally, it's open.
Whatever's on the other side better be worth it.
Dude, this guy got
It's another
headphones.
little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's playing a lute this time.
He's also wearing headphones.
Well, they're not part of the statue. And they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Oh, they look like headphones. Loot statue.
Giant stone frog. Love it.
Yeah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
Bunch of feathers. Okay. So I can bring that to Penny.
That's one big dragonfly.
Or one very small dragon. A little pond.
It looks really, really deep for some reason. See those metal bars around the edges too?
Oh yeah. What do you suppose they're for?
Nothing anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
The door into Poppy's room.
So only Poppy and Fitz can get into the garden?
Ah, I guess so.
Unless they invite someone in. Alright. Go to the bird lady. So we can talk to her about these feathers.
There used to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
Used to be? There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid. What happened to the non-ordinary ones? That is a very good question.
I wasted my time. I wasted my time. You think I have the amphibian thingies that I need for this?
I'm still...
Should we take another look?
Because it... Okay, yeah, it says it can't be solved yet.
Come back.
Oh, okay. I really want to solve that puzzle. Oh, I could use it. I didn't know that there was a little question mark up top. Do I have to listen to this one all the way? God, I don't want to. Someone walking outdoors, a distorting hum melody. Poppy says it looks like a tape she gave to Freya a few weeks ago. This is weird. And this one's just the piano one. Okay. Okay, now they're gonna make us talk to people again. Hello? You're the wrong person. I thought that was Fitz for a second. Why did I think that was Fitz? Fitz is down here. God. Fitz, buddy. What's up? What's up, my guy?
We found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, it could have been a long time. We don't ever really clear up the rooftop garden.
Why not?
Why?
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone. How odd. Those petals, they,
What?
they're red.
Why is everyone being so secretive about that freaking note, bro?
What's with the broken glass? Wait, those are mine, the earmuffs. They went missing about a week ago.
What do you need earmuffs for?
I use them for gardening, sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No. I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
That is genius. Should try that sometime. I already do. With my eyewear headphones.
That looks like it might belong
Like
to
all
Poppy.
the time.
What do you think that is in Flora's hand?
I don't know. It does look like a knife, but Flora wasn't holding anything at all when I saw her, after the murder. But there's something bothering me. Something else.
What?
When we went into Flora's room, she wasn't standing in this position.
Well, she probably would have moved around a little bit by then.
She wasn't standing at all. She was kneeling on the floor.
Huh. Okay, that's information I didn't have.
That's quite sweet, really. Felix made that?
Huh.
It's Fifi and Freya.
I could talk to him about
Think
everything because
Poppy
it's
should be in the photo too.
he barely
Maybe.
talks.
Maybe not. She doesn't really like crowds.
2 people isn't a crowd.
Right, but if she was in the photo, then it'd be 3.
Checkmate.
3 is a crowd.
Any idea who this is?
No idea. It's an egg with feet.
It was locked, but we opened it, but it was empty.
Fun story. That looks like it might belong to Poppy. That belongs to Poppy.
So why is it up in Flora's tower?
I'm not sure. Who gave you that information?
Well...
We don't actually know who it was. We were contacted anonymously.
I see. And what happens if the person who contacted you turns out to be the murderer?
I never thought about that.
Honestly, that would be kind of fun. Like a twist, you know?
That would be a good twist.
Nice painting. Gives you a pretty good idea of the layout.
The lake looks like it forms a perfect circle around the island.
It might seem strange to you, but nature is quite capable of producing perfectly geometric forms.
And
It in
those
fact can do that.
mountain
It's really cool.
Cliff things around the outside?
We don't know much about them. They're unscalable. Not even Freya could have gone up there.
What's that?
This painting, it's speculative. There are no photographs from this angle as far as I know.
So Freya just made it up.
Let's call it an informed estimation.
I only have 2 more to talk
Looks
to him
like
about.
someone doesn't want you to read that book.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that anymore. I've tried, in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me.
I see.
I could never get it to live more than a couple of weeks.
Ow, my dude, ow. I was sitting here trying to figure out who's Penny. I was like, Penny? Penny? I know I gotta talk to her, but what am I supposed to talk to her about, though?
Yes, it's my, my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it?
Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar.
Huh? Am I dumb?
Lovely. I don't know what that is.
I love that she's like, I don't know.
I doubt Freya intended it, but the overall effect is a little unsettling. Don't you think? It's Flora that's the problem. She's an inescapably haunting presence, bless her.
Not to be mean to Flora, but yeah, she is pretty haunting. It's terrifying to see her. Okay. I don't think there's much to talk to people about right now. Now I have to talk to Felix. I'm gonna lose my mind. We'll talk to him about all of the,
The statue was up in the rooftop garden.
Yes, it's been there a while. You can see the brass is slightly tarnished by the elements. But it's not too bad. Might be salvageable. Now this is still in very good condition. Apart from the crack, of course.
What about those shards on the inside of the horn?
Looks like somebody broke a glass and was trying to conceal the evidence. Cunning. Goodness me!
Does Florin normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit
She must
I've
do.
never managed to work out what.
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
Rules to
That's
live
fair.
by.
that's fair, that's fair.
I'm as confused as you are. Is that a clue? Really?
It might be.
It might be.
What's this all about? Some kind of rare jewel?
I'm pretty sure the research is about a real insect.
If it's made of gold, then it's made of gold.
Bruh.
And that looks like it might belong to Fitz.
Okay, you are not helpful, my dude. Hawkshaw now? What incarnation am I doing at this point? I'm so lost. My brain, it don't want to brain no more.
It's a sea serpent, turned into stone by a wizard.
If you say so. What happened to its head?
Beheaded. By the same wizard.
Of course.
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
And, what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for up-close investigation work.
What do you magnify with it?
Trace particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
What were you looking for?
That is between myself and my client.
Who is your client?
One of 3 statues depicting the same creature. This one is wearing headphones. Perhaps they belong to someone who likes music.
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music.
The way she changed her statement.
3 birds, 1 cage. What makes them worth keeping cooped up, I wonder? Would they not be happier flying free?
But then they might fly away from Tangle Tower entirely.
I wonder if they would. Who's that?
Not sure. It doesn't really look like anyone we've met so far.
Strange.
Anyway.
You truly consider this a case file?
What's wrong with it?
No organization, no system.
That's my style. I like seeing everything laid out at once. Yeah, it helps me think.
How quaint.
How quaint. Dang, man.
Makes quite an impression, doesn't it? Although I can't imagine why she painted Flora wielding a knife.
You didn't see a knife anywhere in Flora's room, did you?
I did not. I conclude whatever stabbed Freya must have been brought into the room from outside. Unless, of course, it was the painting itself.
Surely you don't believe in that kind of thing.
A detective's job is to examine every avenue of thinking.
Unless it was the painting. Actually, I have a tiny idea. Maybe. Ma'am. Excuse me, yes. Let me show you.
Do you
these.
recognize any of these feathers?
Okay, it was just an idea about,
Do you know anything
about
about
this one.
beetle?
Okay. I thought...
Flora, this is your egg? Why do you keep it locked?
Is there supposed to be something in there? Or is it always empty?
I'm so lost. This is the most lost I've been in this game. Man, I ran through it like a boss and then...
A bell jar.
What do people normally keep
Other
in
than
them?
bells, you mean?
There's something kinda disappointing about this room. I just expected a bit more from an astronomy tower.
Oh, does it not compare to all the other astronomy towers you've been to? It's a chart of the solar system. Which planet are you from, Sally?
Bruh.
So, we found some research. What's up with this golden beetle? Is this something you're studying?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. I think it must be something left behind by a previous inhabitant of Tangle Tower. I'm not the first scientist to ever walk these halls, you know.
Well, it wasn't in the halls. It was in your astronomy tower.
Silence.
Where on earth did you find that?
It was in a bush outside. I think someone threw it away.
How peculiar. A very old statue indeed. I'd recommend you leave it well alone. The poor fellow's in bad enough shape as it is. I've seen those earmuffs before. They're the ones Fitz always wears when he's out the front gardening.
Always wears?
Whenever I've seen him, yes.
Dang, I got a boo.
Curious creature, isn't
I
it?
got a boo in the
Some
chat.
sort of amphibious
Welcome in.
bipedal fishman.
Is
Playing
that
a
Panda
trumpet.
Chill?
Playing a trumpet, yes.
That's lovely. It's a lovely name.
I find that painting to be in rather bad taste.
Oh yeah?
The knife with
Hello.
real blood on it. The whole thing is rather vulgar.
I'm so confused. What am I looking for? I'm already in the astronomy tower. What am I doing here? Okay. Your name is the opposite of what
It's
you
too
are.
cloudy to see
Terrible.
any stars right now.
It's also daytime.
You should be
Ready?
fine. You should be fine if you cuss a little bit.
It's tidier than my desk. The notebook.
So, even the most well-used notebook startup.
I've already searched in here though.
We already solved it.
Yeah, we got this. Because it'll fortune those who see it. What am I doing at this point? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Never thought I would get stumped by this kind of game.
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmos.
Yeah, those are gizmos, my dude. Aw, thanks. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for in this place, though.
Pretty.
I've already searched this whole place. Right? Pretty sure. Pretty sure I have. Unless I'm missing stuff. Am I missing stuff? Maybe I'm missing something. I'm gonna guess it's in her room. There are things I haven't looked at.
Taped up on the wall.
What's that one on the left?
Looks like two people standing together in a garden. One of them's holding a red rose.
Oh, Poppy and Fitz. Detective, Hawkshaw, Fifi.
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
I'll ask her later.
That painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a
I see
photograph.
Yeah. Piece of adhesive tape stuck on it. I have not.
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty
I've gotten
depressed.
everyone's statements.
He's had a rough couple
for sure.
of days.
I've gotten everybody's statements. I don't know
A pillow with
what
a
else
paw
I
print
would have
pattern.
gotten.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't alliterate. Not the kind of lamp I choose for my bedroom, but fair enough.
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment or something.
Do you think this was always supposed to be a bedroom?
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
Yeah, we
No windows either.
box the painting. Okay. I've already done the paintbrush thing. I've already done literally all of this. Maybe there's something in Fifi's area?
A chalkboard.
Is this a library or a classroom?
What in tarnation? Yeah, I can go question Penny. Just I need a second. What is this? Okay.
I'm not sure I learned anything from that.
Yeah, let's just go talk to Penny. I love that we can just run wherever we want now.
So, yeah, we found this.
So, yeah,
that.
we found
That's
this.
nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
Yeah. Can't remember if it was a rose or a tulip. I think it
They're
was a
from
rose.
red roses. And there's only one place in Tango Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses. And who they belong to.
That one's obvious. That's right here.
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
Yeah,
I can't
That's-
imagine what you're getting at.
that's when she
Doesn't
looks at the
matter.
flower.
I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget,
Bird.
Penny's the
Yeah,
resident
now I'll get her
ornithologist.
a present.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz, but it didn't work. Almost. Maybe just... One
Maybe
of
that
Penny's
one?
birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and distract them. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
This is what's stumping me, bro. I gotta think, because I don't know. Oh my god, I feel like I gotta sneeze. Just change one thing. Crazy, I know. Yeah, it's insane. What if it's gotta be the bird.
Nope.
It's gotta be the birds right here. That's what I'm saying. It's gotta be the birds, but I don't know. What I'm not getting is, I'm gonna say what they did.
One of Penny's birds. Almost. Maybe.
Okay. Huh. No! I'm being judged. This is horrible. I bet you it's because I didn't exhaust every dialogue. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee it's because I didn't exhaust every dialogue.
One of
I
Penny's
did it.
birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
Yeah, sure. I've been running
Who's
around
not the jealous type? I would
everywhere.
never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage.
No!
She's certainly never
Imagine.
flown up to the rooftop garden.
Imagine if you did have to show everyone
We need a clue to
everything.
compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
Oh, is this gonna be the feathers?
Let's take a closer look at these.
Probably the yellow one.
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it.
Hold
for
on, let me
me.
snooze that.
I
Let me
knew
snooze
she'd
that.
be able to bring me back some evidence.
I've snoozed the alarm for
Sorry,
5
Penny,
minutes. You guys won't
but
get ads
are
for
you
5
not
minutes, but I just...
overreacting a little?
Wow.
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days. But being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little... I apologize. This really isn't your birthday.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't understand what's happening with the ads. You got an ad when I put it on a thing to go to, like, stop it. But I just... Huh? I swear, I need to go up here. I need to talk to him about the beetle that I found in here.
Fitz seems seems rather keen to grow things like this in his greenhouse, doesn't he?
What's wrong with that?
Well, you can't eat it. Makes you wonder why he bothers at all.
'Cause he's curious.
Curious little thing, isn't it? Do you know what she keeps in there?
Nothing. At the moment. It was empty when we opened it.
How bizarre.
Can't a woman keep an empty egg in her room?
What a precious photograph. She hasn't changed a bit, has she?
Who?
Oh, if you don't know, perhaps I don't either.
Bro.
I haven't seen that tape for a long time. Who broke it?
No idea.
Ah, well, possessions are fleeting, my friends.
Yeah, these are all the things I've got so far, by the way. I literally forgot. I literally was like, yeah, I'll show you what all I have, and I forgot to show you what all I have. Pasha, just stop. Stop. Stop making me sit up straight. Let me shrimp.
Freya was well acquainted with the abstract, I'll say that much.
What does it look like to you?
To me,
Yeah, I feel like I'm
it's a
missing
big
stuff.
red thing.
What a fascinating interpretation.
He's right, though. It is a big red thing.
He is right, though.
These were drawn by Freya. She must have drawn that one of Hawkshaw rather recently.
I guess.
I think you may wish to adjust your threshold of what you consider to be a clue.
It was a good clue
What
for
kind of
something
flower
else.
is that?
We're not sure. I think it might be the only one of its kind.
Primrose would know. My wife was a floriculturalist. Best in the field.
Where is she?
That's a flower joke.
That was a good
But she
stretch.
was.
Interesting.
Was? Did she die?
A diary can be a wonderful outlet for an outpouring of one's soul.
How do you know it's a diary?
I suppose I don't, but it does look like a diary.
It does look like a diary.
That's a very old book, isn't it? Looks like someone could have taken better care of it.
I like the look of a well-read book. Better than one that's never been opened.
Ah,
That's true.
well put.
That's true, but you can take care of your
Poppy's
books
two
too.
closest friends. Freya looks so innocent there. This looks a little rushed, even by Felix's standards.
At least he tried.
Yes, I suppose it's good for the old fellow to have a hobby. Keeps his mind from decaying, you know.
Wow.
This is supposed to be Felix, is it?
I think so.
I see he's afforded himself considerable artistic license.
My man.
Pointer property originally, purloined by the fellows. Typical. Isn't the process of decay fascinating?
It's not really decaying. It's plastic.
It's becoming one with nature, all the same.
Which it should not be. It should not be coming one with nature.
So which one is Tangle Tower?
What's that?
There are two towers, right? Flora's tower and your astronomy tower.
Neither? Truly, I have no idea. You'd have to ask Flora.
She named the house?
The whole thing is a result of her squabbling with her family.
With Felix, you mean? Her husband?
No, her brother and sister, and her father. The Remington family
And
was a rather
there's an
tumultuous
ad.
little unit, you see.
I could snooze it again, but I don't
Flora has
think.
spoken with any of them in over a decade. That's rather a small cage for 3 birds, isn't it? But then, aren't we all trapped in a cage?
Okay, crazy man.
Not exactly a wealth of information, is it?
It's enough.
I swear there's
So,
something about it.
We found some research. What's up with this golden beetle?
I can't help you. I think it must be something. Not the first scientist
Well,
to
it
ever...
wasn't in the hall.
Okay. I swear there's something to do with the bug and him. I wish I could see Percival decay. That's so bad. Poppy's room again. There should be an ad running soon.
A A single red rose. How very traditional.
Yeah, weird.
There's a name for this kind of piano. You know, these ones that stand upright. Sheet music. Presumably for piano.
It's only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
Okay, that's...
More handwritten sheet music.
Ah, you figured out what I'm missing.
Just a bunch of clothes on the floor. Nothing weird about that.
To you.
Ah, yes, a giant symbol drawn in chalk on the floor. Always a good omen.
It's an eye.
Oh, there's an eye in here.
That is the bed of a vampire.
I thought vampires slept in coffins.
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back.
That's fair. That's fair.
Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there were so many shades of black. It's an octopus.
No, it's not. It has 6 legs, not 8. Don't say it.
Sextopus.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't say it. Sextopus.
Various handmade posters.
What do you think those symbols mean?
Hopefully, nothing.
Oh my god, Panda Chill got 10 ads? That's not normal. What is wrong with the ads, my dude? You want me to talk to Felix again? This game's making me run circles.
The entire room is made
Oh,
of...
it's not just made of wood. I think it's the actual hull of a ship.
It looks like the hull of a ship.
It's Earth.
If Earth was made of paper and gave off a gentle pink light.
A map with a dotted line and an X marked on it.
That's a very boring way to describe a treasure map. Shelf junk.
Shelf drunk.
A pencil drawing of a mountain on a moonlit night.
Mood.
That'd be a mood towel. I feel like I should talk to Poppy though, because I have sheet music and she's the music expert.
Yeah, it's mine.
What's so special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me, if she'd stuck with it. But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Nice.
I think everybody sees something different.
Did Freya ever tell you what she saw in it?
Not exactly. She said something about it being from a recurring nightmare.
Sorry, but if it was
Welcome
from a
back. I'm
nightmare,
sorry you had
why
so
would
many
you paint
ads.
it and leave it in front of your bed?
Maybe she wanted to take control of it, giving
That's
something a physical
almost the
form to
Luigi
make it
Mansion.
easier to deal
That's
with.
what I thought it was.
Sometimes.
I thought it was the Luigi Mansion,
that's
like,
me.
theme.
Not a bad likeness.
It looks like you're standing in a rose bush.
Is there something wrong with that?
Do you know where those earmuffs came from?
I put them there.
Why?
I found them lying around. I think they belong to Fitz. I put them on the statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones. Like he's in the recording studio with his guitar. No?
If they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway. Can't remember exactly.
That's so funny. Just, I thought it looked like that. She's right though. It does look like that. Yeah, Panda's taking all your ads. What am I doing now? Talking to Fifi again. What are we talking to Fifi about? Hello, Fifi.
An item from Poppy's childhood. Her earliest piano lessons hold some special significance for her.
Why's that?
No idea. She has never graced me with the details, and I am not forthcoming enough to ask.
You two are friends, right?
We are, yes.
But...
It is clear to me now that Poppy has become tired of my company.
is it anything to do with Freya?
Oh, no. The changes in Poppy's mood have nothing to do with Freya. Her concerns simply lie elsewhere.
Uh-huh.
I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it. As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
There is a drawing of me, a drawing of Detective Hawkshaw, and a drawing of Poppy and Fitz.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues.
The little pout she did.
Do you know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother's not been in the library for some time.
Where is your mom? I don't know. Don't understand. I don't get it. I like the beat here.
There's something about the image of Flora in the painting. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Whee!
Freya's painting supplies.
Haha! I found something.
Freya's painting supplies.
I already did that. Okay. Oh! Aw, thanks, Panda.
So, this painting, specifically that knife in Flora's hand.
Yeah, it's creepy. But we didn't find a knife anywhere in the room. So what's going on?
It's not a knife.
It's not a knife. We need a clue to compare with the painting. Something to explain what that knife shape actually is.
It's not a knife. It's something else. It's gotta be something else. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Don't think it's that. Is it a feather?
That kind of makes sense, but no.
Okay, I had to make sure. Is it this?
That's not it.
Okay.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Her bird died. She had a bird and it died.
The painted knife is actually just a feather from an ink-dip bird.
It's definitely the right shape, but the book's not in color. The thing Flora's holding in the painting is red and white, specifically. Is there anything to suggest that the ink-dip bird is red and white too?
Oh. The models.
This little thing? I don't understand why Felix would make a model of this bird as part of a gift for Flora. And come to think of it, why would Flora be holding a feather in the painting anyway?
Her bird died.
The ink-dipped bird was Flora's pet, so she kept a single feather to remember it by.
She kept the bird as a pet. And it died?
Maybe it flew away.
Flora spends all her time staring out the window.
Either way, she kept the feather. I think it was pretty important to her.
It flew off and it died.
Alright, so she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? You'd think she'd keep it somewhere close by.
Yeah, I think she does. Normally. This is where Flora usually keeps her feather.
Probably the empty egg.
But we opened it. It's empty.
Mm-hmm. Completely empty. Flora? She's pointing at something in the corner of the room.
It's just a pile of books. They're not... Wait. There's something tucked inside this one.
The feather, the feather, the feather. There's a handwritten message. These are for you. Love, Freya. Aww. Okay. Now we could talk to Fifi again? What? Oh, because she would know the most about, like, half the stuff we're talking
Freya
about.
drew these,
Yeah, I think so. There's a note on the back.
but she never showed them to me.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother. Like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
I just remembered the... Yeah, that is super tragic.
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
A whole pot full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry?
but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring.
What? How is that reassuring? Okay. However,
The
that's
statue
reassuring.
itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
We're working on it.
We are.
I feel like it's gotta be somewhere here. Or... Not here, this is the wrong one. There's so many gardens in here. This one? Is it this one? I think it's this one.
Spooky. What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No.
No. No. That's so funny.
It's a bandstand.
It's small for a bandstand.
It's a one-man bandstand.
Yeah. we love
It's
those
full of the
types of
same
things.
weird water that was in the lake.
Any fish in there?
Not a single one. Although there is something in there.
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
We already have that. We already have that, yeah. Weird. Okay. Hmm. I don't understand. Is it... It has to do something with Fifi, right?
Books about ancient history, I think.
These books are ancient history. I think they'd crumble into dust if I tried to pick them up.
Good excuse.
Thanks.
Good excuse. What about this one?
Books about space.
They're relatively untouched. Books about insects.
Well, theoretically. There's not a single book on that shelf.
Huh.
Books about geography.
Skip.
Scoop.
Sure, why not build a science lab in the corner of the library?
The search for new knowledge, the archiving of old knowledge. It's downright poetic.
True, true.
Is that
Feel like
Of
there's
sorts.
I feel like there's something about this that we're supposed to be looking at.
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tang. What do you think?
Okay.
that would make an amazing...
So it's just the same stuff.
A book? On the floor. Fundamental entomology.
I guess somebody dropped it.
I swear that astronomer is not an astronomer.
Books about birds.
The shelves are about half empty.
Oh, so you're the shelves are half empty
Oh
kind of
my
person.
god. Guys, are you a shelves half empty
this already.
or a shelves half full kind of person?
Books about nature?
Tell me in the chat, what kind of shelf person are you? Oh man. I'm done. The shows don't exist kind of person. That's fair. Felix again? What does Felix have to tell us? Every bit of info I get, I have to...
These drawings are quite precious. I'm surprised Flora let you see them.
What happened to the bird? Did it die?
I don't know. Seems likely, though, doesn't it? Looks like Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
No, that's very odd. They're normally...
I leave the shelves in a box. I'll put them together
You seem
later, but I'll
pretty
never get around to it. My kind of person right there.
Music. Why not ask Poppy instead? That's one of Freya's paintings, is it not? It's impressive, but a little miserable for my tastes. Freya was quite the talent. She had a way of capturing the spirits of her subjects. Not in an evil way.
Yeah, that sounded
in
evil.
a good way.
That sounded evil how you said that.
What's this all about? Some kind of rare jewel?
I'm pretty sure the research is about a real insect.
If it's made of gold, then it's made of gold.
If it's made of gold, then it's made of gold. I don't understand. It's telling me to do the same stuff over and over. I'm confused. I think I may need to continue this the next time because I feel like I'm not gonna get this finished tonight. I'm gonna go all the way back here to the start.
What are they?
Wind chimes. Silent. Wooden wind chimes.
Okay. Is there a way for me to... Near. Not there. Here it is. Okay, my autosave's on, so if I just quit... I'll be there already, right? Yeah. Okay, I had to make sure.